What is going on, guys? And today we have our Raw preview for the 10th of February 2014, and the first main point is beloved comedian and Emmy Award winner Betty White will guest host tonight's Raw. In the ring, two former teammates go to battle, and the world champ Orton continues his series of bouts against his Elimination Chamber opponents. This time he's going against John Cena. We have an injury update. Thanks to an eye injury, Cena didn't appear on Raw until the cameras were off, according to WrestlingInc.com. However, that injury will not prevent him from taking on Orton. Cena addressed the issue on Twitter, promising to be in action at all come the week of the shows. He said, "Time to kill rumors about Eyeball. I am fine, and I will be in Oakland, San Jose, Fresno, and LA. LA is the site of tonight's Raw, so that does confirm that he will be there for his match against Randy Orton." Cody Rhodes as well appeared to join the list of banged-up superstars when he mostly missed Road Dogg with the moonsault from the top of the steel cage. He hit far more of the mat than he was supposed to, and one had to wonder how much of his pained reaction to the fall was acting and how much of it was real. Concern for him increased after Rhodes shared a photo of his knee in a brace where he tweeted, "My new friend about to take his first run. Medial collateral, who cares, ha." However, don't expect him and his brother to miss out on Monday's action, and in a Q&A on Twitter, Rhodes made it sound like he was already over the knee issue. This looks to be a case of the usual aches and minor injuries that come with being a pro wrestler. Rhodes and Goldust still have a pair of tag team titles in their sights, sore knee or not. The next thing on the agenda is a Giants return. Brock Lesnar broke steel chairs on Big Show's frame at the Royal Rumble. That attack has kept the world's largest athlete off TV, but it's likely that he's ready to start knocking people out again. According to PWInsider.com, Big Show was back on the road this weekend. He was kept off the road for a few weeks to sell his beating at the hands of Brock Lesnar. In addition to being worked back into the house show rotation, Big Show is scheduled to appear on Monday's Raw after having sufficient time away to make Lesnar's beating look serious. Lesnar is not on that list of announced wrestlers, so don't count on Big Show seeking payback just yet. An indication of his direction for Elimination Chamber is more likely to be seen tonight. Big Show won't be the only immense wrestler to make his way back, though, because the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, is set to join him, and that leads us into our next point of Henry's return and Batista's opponent. Lesnar also took out Mark Henry during his recent wave of Havoc. Henry is not only coming back to Raw, but he is also set to be a major focus of the show. Who Henry chooses for his next target was one of the 5 items that the WWE.com highlighted in their 5-point preview. They wrote, "Who's the first check-in to the reopened Hall of Pain?" Like Big Show, Henry is without a current rival other than Lesnar and currently not booked for a match at Elimination Chamber. Fans will want to pay attention to who the powerhouse Mark Henry goes after, as it will likely set up the company's plans for him concerning the pay-per-view. Aside from the usual suspects, Batista's name also appears as one of the superstars advertised for the show. Look for him and Del Rio to intensify their rivalry, and per the SmackDown preview, at Elimination Chamber, #1 contender Batista will square off against Alberto Del Rio. That announcement has been kept quiet, and that showdown isn't even on WWE.com's list of matches for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Perhaps the company is waiting for Raw's bigger spotlight to begin the bout's hype in earnest. And then our next point, Team Hell No, daggers drawn. Expect another collision tonight between Daniel Bryan and Kane. Kane seemed intent on interfering in Bryan's match against Orton last week, but Bryan quickly drop-kicked him out of the picture. The director of operations responded by chokeslamming his former tag team partner, and days later on SmackDown, Kane apologized only to attack Bryan once more after his match against Antonio Cesaro. WWE is now hinting that this trend will continue, as written in the 5-point preview. Will Raw bring about another confrontation between the two? Safe to say, hugging it out won't fix their problems this time around. That's a strong indication that the narrative of Kane clashing with Bryan will extend into Monday's Raw at least. Bryan hasn't had a chance to retaliate, and after taking 2 shots from the Big Red Machine, it's likely it's Bryan's turn to swing. How will the authorities promise to consider Bryan as the next face of the company play into all of this? His win against Orton was supposed to earn him that consideration, but even WWE.com is unsure if that will happen, asking, might the corporate power actually consider putting a beard on WWE's face? Behind the scenes, the company is considering 2 major options for him at WrestleMania 30. FW4 Online via WrestlingInc.com reports the following. WWE officials are discussing the idea of putting Daniel Bryan into the WWE World Heavyweight title match with Batista and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, making it a triple threat. Bryan versus Triple H in a singles match is also still on the table. Even though officials have not made a decision, one can expect WWE to keep both match options open, so we may see Bryan clash with the Authority as well as with Orton or Batista. The WWE title remains the carrot hanging in front of Bryan. Fans who have followed Bryan's journey, his pitfalls, and brief tastes of triumphs know full well that nothing, not being the face of the company and being champion, will come easy for him. Monday's Raw should offer more difficulties for the former WWE champ. Should he find himself clutching his ribs after a confrontation with Kane or suffering the Authority's doublespeak, he can at least soothe himself by watching a former Golden Girl, Betty White, charm the audience. And that is our Raw preview for the 10th of February 2014. Thank you guys for listening. If you went to the end, hit the like button down below for more Raw previews, and we will see you guys later. Peace.